GosuPizza. ASL presents GosuPizza.
Not ripping any clan or group here, so just Videoboy.
That's right. And bottom right-hand corner, one of our good old casters for the ASL, it is going to be EnderSword. And I don't care what clan he's in.
Doesn't matter. Nobody cares about EnderSword.
Nope. Not at
I
all.
mean, if he does win the tournament, though, then it's kind of like, well, one of our own won the tournament. How do we feel about this?
Well, you know what though? You can't say there's any unfairness going on when all 16 players are diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just as evenly matched as everyone else, and curious to see how this PVT goes. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to give some good insight into the Terran's play during this game, and I'll be able to give some pretty good insight for the Protoss. So,
I mean, I'm just happy there's a Terran because I probably wouldn't be able to give good insight otherwise. No. But,
you literally are pretty much dedicated to Terran, huh?
That's what I'm good at. No, I enjoy playing Protoss and Zerg when I'm messing around, but I absolutely cannot do it otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, I don't play any Terrans, so that's the only one I can never give really good advice about. Otherwise, I play Protoss and Zerg all the time.
Well,
So.
One interesting thing, I mean, just the only variation in the game thus far, we saw a reactor first. So probably gonna obviously get an early Reaper. Maybe look to get two and see some early harass here from Terran.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I expect to see a Reaper out, just especially because Frost is such a large map. It takes forever to scout, and having that Reaper just, improves your time of finding your opponent a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And then
he
yeah,
scouted
bonus
wrong.
damage. Yeah, he scouted wrong. Everybody scouts wrong.
The Reaper. Oh no, a Marine. He's starting Marine.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would hypothesize that Videoboy's probably going to go. I was going to say factory, as I said it, there it went. So,
Generally, when you don't get the Reaper, you go right into factory because you're going to use that gas for that. So, maybe early would have mined something of that nature, but nothing too different from the standard right now.
Yeah, pretty standard opener here from EnderSword. Getting his second gas now. Now, because he knows about that factory, rest assured he's going to get a mothership core out sooner rather than later. Primarily, you got to worry about those Widow Mines, like you were saying. I absolutely agree with you there. The fast reactor on the racks there.
Yeah, he's just going to probably, obviously, start just pumping out Marines. And, he's going 1-1 right into starport, so no expansion from the Terran. That's the only difference that I would say. And he's finally going to get the scout as his SCV comes down from the top right to the bottom right of the map.
Yep. Well, he knows where he is. He's already scouted everywhere else. Now, we are going to have double Hellion and that fast starport, so it's going to be a Hellion drop. That's what we're going to end up having.
Yeah, he switches his factory under his barracks and an expansion from Protoss.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, that mothership core is going to come in handy. He's going to need to leave a couple stalkers back in his mineral line. If he scouts that off, EnderSword's played so much Protoss that I would be amazingly shocked if he doesn't have some sort of defense set up for this by the time the Hellion drop occurs.
But he doesn't know. If you check his vision, maybe. Oh, now he sees the Hellions. So, but he didn't see that the factory is on the reactor. So there's nothing. Yep. Yeah, like you said, just the mothership core.
Here we go. Early Hellion pressure.
Oh, he's pulling.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He's got 3 kills with that one Hellion. That's pretty much worth it. There you go. 7 kills. 8.
Ultimately, 9 worker kills. Not too shabby.
Definitely.
I think one of them was scouting, but yeah.
He's got 3 kills with that
That's
one
not too bad for just 2 Hellions. And the Medevac boosting across the map looks like he's just going to pick up the second 2. Ultimately, 9 worker kills. And is he going to wait for more, or is he just going to go and pick these up? Let's see what Videoboy does.
Yeah. He's got 3 kills with that
That's
one
not too bad for just 2 Hellions. Losing 8 workers that early, though, is really painful for a Protoss player.
Yeah, I can't imagine first game throws in 2 Hellions and gets 9 workers. Like that's almost worst case scenario for toss. Like I can't really imagine anything much worse than that.
Mm. Banshee Cloak transition here for Video Boy, so this will be it for the Hellions. Now, he does have the Stalkers back in the mineral line like he should, but I would still expect to see a couple...
2 more, 3 more. Is he going to get any more? I think that's it.
Total of 15 worker kills, so he got 6 more out of that.
Wow.
Not too shabby. So Video Boy here is now up 10 workers, and Banshees are going to be next on the list.
I really like this from Terran. I really like the early pressure, but Protoss, our EnderSword, is getting out he chrono boosted out an observer, so I think he had some mind games going on. I think he saw the Banshee coming.
Well, let's see. How much more? Okay, yep, he's rushing that observer out, which he's definitely going to need. More Hellions going to come in here to distract on top of the Banshees coming from the south.
So he's just going to push in the Hellions at the natural and then see if he can bait and get the Banshee into the main.
Exactly. And the observer's not quite done yet. Oh, no, there's another one.
He's got one out. Yeah, the one out early on. That Banshee's going to go. But then also he's cleaning up at the natural with those Hellions.
Yep. Not too
really
shabby.
Well played. Really well played.
4 more workers killed. We're up to 20. I'm just keeping tabs on that this game.
Jeez. And I mean, you can see that pay dividends if you look at their production. Protoss is, EnderSword's producing an Immortal and 2 probes compared to, another Banshee, Hellbats as an SUV, everything else for Terran, just because of the worker count. And he's just going to continue with the Hellion. Now he's backing off a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, we got that Immortal coming out. Kind of surprised. The Immortal really isn't good against anything he's had to deal with so far in this game. Hellions are light units. Banshee can't be touched. It's just a little surprising to me that he went that route. I actually bet you that Video Boy here lights up these 2 sentries. That's going to be money on its own.
I would target the sentries, but I think he's just going to keep going probes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, geez.
Non-stop onslaught.
That must be so frustrating for Toss because he thought he was done with the Hellion drops, and and I mean, why not? It's still working. He's just going to keep pushing with the Hellion drops, or he was, and he said, "I'll give it one more go." He had the Hellions available to him, so why not?
Yep, 10 more workers were killed. We're up to 30.
And our Terran players, Video Boy has established a second now, and he's getting SCVs down there to that second. So definitely,
his transition is good. His build order is good. This is definitely a well-practiced build for him. His transitions have been excellent. Let's see what the APMs are for these guys. Video Boy's APM is 140 for an average, and EnderSword is 54.
And his current's 21. It's almost as if he's just like so frustrated. He's just like, I've got nothing to do now. I'm just gonna keep on going.
Well, he's trying to get himself up to Colossus Tech. You see the robotics bay coming in the back of the main. That'll help him. I mean, yes, we got Hellbats. He knows his opponent's going mech. I don't think he's actually gotten physically in there. If you could check by the vision, EnderSword's vision is extremely limited on Video Boy's base. But with the Hellion pressure and the Banshee play, it's pretty standard to see mech play out of this.
Yeah.
Getting more Banshees on the way, 3 more Hellions, and a siege tank. There goes a hallucinated Phoenix from EnderSword, so he wants to see what's going on. That'll help him out a little bit.
And this is where I want to see Video Boy incorporate ghosts if he can into his composition a little early. I love ghosts early on, and I think they pay dividends just with the MPs.
Yeah, I definitely hear you on that. I bet you $1 million that we don't see a single ghost in this game. Just from the build order and what I'm used to seeing here. No.
Because he doesn't have anything going on in the barracks. Obviously needs a tech lab. So you're probably right, and he's choosing to move out here at 1330. So
yeah, and his army composition is solid. What he's going to be going up against, he's going to be in pretty good shape, even with that one Colossus coming out. Again, another Immortal coming out, and the majority of this army is Hellbats, which Immortals are... I'm not sure why he continues to push on the Immortals. He must really be banking on heavy Siege Tank build or heavy Marauder to counter the Stalkers. Either way, he's wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I don't really see much of any way that Protoss is going to hold off if he pushes here. And the thing is Terran obviously knows exactly what he's up against, so.
oh yeah, yep. Abuse of the low ground there, good Siege Tank positioning, and mass Hellbats coming in here.
Forcing the photon overcharge.
Yep, ate that out. Now, how much energy does... It's got enough for another one if it needs
The
to.
Mama Core.
Yep.
He's pushing out of his natural. He's just going to get hit by the Siege Tank, so this is...
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ender knows how much trouble he's in here.
Back home, we've got a third CC completed, though, for the Terran, so as soon as he's just going to back away from this attack, or he's going to stay here. As soon as his mind goes to elsewhere to doing his macro, he's just going to move out and take a third. So no matter how he comes out of this engagement, he's going to be ahead.
Yeah, he's streaming units across the map. He's containing. We even got a Hellbat drop in the main mineral line here.
Yep.
More worker kills. I'm
Yeah,
surprised he
7
doesn't
kills
turn
out of both
around
of
and
those.
take out those 4. Actually taking out the
Yeah,
Stalkers.
and that's what he does.
Oh, this is painful.
Yeah, it's just pretty much GG unless he can get one of those miraculous Protoss engagements, and we're gonna see here pretty soon. But unless he can, and 2 more Siege Tanks right up there on the high ground now, just disturbing the natural. Unless Protoss can, he can pull off like a miraculous engagement, this is, this is pretty much GG.
Got somebody asking in the channel if this is gold players. No, this is diamond, but
Oh man,
Videoboy has absolutely been one-sidedly decimating this game.
and that can definitely happen too. If you get one-sided, your mind goes, and it could pretty much be GG after that.
Yeah, that's essentially where we're at here. It's just a matter of time before Ender goes down in this game. I'd love to say there's a comeback in the works somewhere, but I don't see it happening. Worker kills is climbing, 51, 52. Oh,
Jesus.
my lord. It's just...
What's the... He's got wife and kids. Come on. Put him out of his misery.
Oh, my goodness. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, these Siege Tanks, as soon as they line up, Hellbats are going to move in here now. And there's not a whole lot that can be done.
Some force fields are not going to get the
or do
blocks they
anything.
want. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
my
he's warming
goodness.
up for the next game at this point.
Yeah. Oh, my.
So what do you, if the best of 3 as a pro, and that army's just getting disintegrated. Look at it. There she goes.
Yeah.
What are you thinking right now as Protoss for the next game?
Yeah, I can't even say anything else here. It's just total decimation. EnderSword has been completely annihilated in this game.
I
But
really
he's
like
not getting
early.
up.
There it is,
GG. There we go. That's going to be the end of game number 1. It's going to go to Videoboy. Oh, Lord. Wow. That was just some really solid harassment from Videoboy.
ASL presents GosuPizza.
A refinery first last game, and he's gone barracks first this game. So I don't think there's too much of a difference there.
No, I think you're right. And let's see. And Protoss openers are very standard. For the first 6 structures, it's the same border build every time. So it's going to be 2 assimilators, 2 pylons, a gateway, and a cybernetics core before we'll see any deviation. Unless there is a proxy. So we'll have to wait and see here.
We got the early probe scout coming out, so we'll see
he
what he
wants
does
to know.
after these scouts. Yeah. I want to see a Reaper. I like the Reaper play. And, Reaper coming out.
Yep, there will be a Reaper this time.
And that's probably the difference between reactor first compared to barracks first, is if you go reactor first, you're trying to get enough gas to get out your factory as early as possible to go into this sort of Hellion play or Banshee play, and if you go Barracks first, you are probably going to go against Toss Reaper first.
Sure. Yep. So he's just going to let that probe's basically sacrificial. He's going to keep it there as long as he can. But I think Videoboy's just going to wait till the probe's killed here in a second before he drops his tech. He is going to see the reactor go down on the barracks there. And we'll just have to wait and see from there. EnderSword, reasonably standard build here. Hasn't actually taken the second assimilator, I find kind of interesting.
And we have an early expansion from Terran, and not the early. We might see an early expansion from Protoss, but as of yet, not so far. So he's. I don't think we're gonna see. Last game EnderSword went right into that second. I think he's gonna play way safer this time.
Yeah, I mean he knew the Reaper was coming. He got the Stalker out. Let's see how his micro is.
Yeah, that's good enough to run away from a Stalker and a Zealot, I guess. That's pretty Gosu.
Oh, he is going to go ahead and try and take that natural.
There you go. But it is a little earlier for the Terran player than it was last time. I think we're going to see a bit more standard play. Yeah, 3 barracks go down. So he's got 2 Marines at a time out of that 1 reactored barracks. So we're going to see more of a standard bio play from Videoboy instead of the mech he threw last time, which is good because he's changing it up, and maybe EnderSword won't see it coming.
I'm honestly surprised that he switched it up. It was so decisive last time, so well done, that I really thought he might have stuck to it. But you're right. I mean, he's completely switched this up this time. It's going to be bio. I would expect to see 2 tech labs on the other 2 barracks as soon as they finish. And whole bunch of scattered gateways over here from EnderSword, but it is going to be 5 gate early on. So
yeah, he's throwing those gateways down to get vision, but 5 gates, that's a good amount of gates.
Yeah, I think he's going to be trying to put some early pressure on here. That Reaper originally scout the natural? Yes, it did. Okay.
Yeah, it's all they... And it's going to see it again if it didn't anyway, so there it comes.
Oh no, Sentry versus Reaper.
Sniper Sentry. The tickle cannon.
Oh!
He's gonna see all 5 gates. Nobody's gonna stop this. He's gonna know exactly what he's going up against.
Yeah, he is. That's so sick.
That was a miraculous Reaper scout there, and he's gonna sacrifice that. He's seen everything he needs to see, but
he's not even gonna lose it.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
Turned out well for him.
We are gonna get some aggression here out of EnderSword.
Yeah, pylon there right outside his natural.
Now, yep, there was a tech lab added on to both of those 2nd and 3rd racks. And that makes sense.
And he's going stem and combat shields, so
yeah.
early teching up. I don't think any sort of this harassment, he's walling up right now almost like he's playing Zerg. I don't think it's going to do very much.
I feel like EnderSword has to do damage with this attack. He has to do a reasonable amount of damage. I mean, the SCVs are already off the line. Yeah, I mean, Videoboy is prepared here, but...
This might be a little bigger than you think, though. These are good force fields.
Yeah, not too shabby at all here. Definitely prevented the repairing of the bunker, or at least I thought so.
He's got 2 SCVs there that are trapped between the force fields and the bunker. Oh, man. Well, that was the difference. Healing that bunker right there. So, I picked up the model core.
Did not even get the bunker.
Now he's got the force shields, but he still has 2 SCVs in front. Now he's just kiting those zealots in front. Oh, that was a pretty massive
my goodness.
That was really well done.
Wow.
And he's just going to pick off that pylon, yeah.
Was not even able to get that bunker. I mean, yes, he killed a lot of infantry, but he also lost his attacking army. Oh, man. Can he recover from that one? I don't know. How many workers did he get? He got 4 workers out of that.
That wasn't worth it at all then.
No. Let's look at the resources lost. EnderSword's lost 2,400 to 800 for Videoboy.
And I mean, this is kind of exactly what Videoboy wanted from the get-go, because first match, early pressure. Second match, now he forced the Protoss to play a little safer. Protoss finds out, comes trying to pressure a little bit himself, holds it, picture perfect position for Terran.
Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly what he wanted. This is just about drawn up perfectly if you're Video Boy. 2 medevacs on the way out. As soon as they get out and add up to the army, I think that's going to be GG. I'm looking here. I mean, yes, we got 1 robotic space, still sitting on 5 gates. But it's going to take some really good force fields from EnderSword and some really bad micro from Video Boy.
He's really going to have to control the engagement because, I mean, even if you force field off your natural or, you know, you photon cannon your natural, with the amount, he's got two medevacs on the way, he could just lift off another, you know, tertiary force and throw it in the main for nothing. There's no cannon there. There's nothing defending it. So
yeah, here we go.
He's going to kite all day long. With concussive shells, those zealots are walking through sand.
Oh, man. This is painful.
Just really good standard play from Terran. Not much you can do. Forces the photon overcharge. Probably not going to do a lot. He's just going to walk through it.
He may actually hold off this attack, but reinforcements should be enough to totally clean this up.
I think he's going to walk into the main. No, he's going to go right towards picking off the natural.
Couple stalkers on the high ground. Going to try and do some additional damage, but in the end, there goes the natural.
EnderSword. Probably just playing with his mouse at this point, honestly. He's going to...
Reinforcements continuing to stream down the map here.
Yeah, it's got a nice little sea of blue coming across the map.
Yeah. Yeah, how
it's
many
never
racks?
Good when you're fighting marauders with probes.
That's never a good sign.
I'm pretty sure that's when you can start to reevaluate your StarCraft life.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that's going to do it right there. Tons of workers killed.
Unless these 6 stalkers are microed perfectly.
Yeah, he did finish +1 armor.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to be optimistic for EnderSword. I really am.
+1 weapons for Terran, so you know, as it comes.
My, oh my, oh my.
Well, to be fair, he only does have 1 medevac, so he's
yeah, I know. I was looking at that too.
He's gonna push this
back.
back.
Oh, he's got 3 now, but yeah, he's gonna have to wait. Those guys are all stimmed out.
they're all tuckered out. They're gonna have to go home for bedtime.
Oh my goodness, how many racks is he up to now? 1, 2. Let's just hit the.
Well, he's got his 3rd established.
6. Yeah, and he's got a 3rd base up. Oh my goodness, he is doing so great. Great macro on the back end of this.
So for those of you who don't know, it's 2.5 barracks per every saturated CC is your optimal production for the most part. So if you get up to 3 saturated CCs, 7 is the about the right number.
Yeah, and he's sitting at 6, so he's gonna be just fine. He's got widow mines coming out. And it looks like he knows how far ahead he is. He's just going to go ahead and sit back for another minute before he does the final push.
I like his little Marines standing guard out in front of the natural.
He's like, I'm going to let you guys know if anything comes out over here.
He's like, who the hell assigned me this post?
This sucks.
I told my mom I was going to join the military. She was super proud of me, and they just assigned me to sit outside of this base and watch him.
Yeah, and we got a drop in the mineral line.
Oof. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I was paying attention to the soldier who's standing guard. Who died, by the way? He's totally dead now.
30 workers killed so far in this game by Videoboy. Obviously, a lot of those were the ones that attacked the Marauders earlier.
Man, I hate to say it because I don't like talking bad about other players, but this really looks like it was almost Diamond versus Platinum or Gold. It was a pretty rough game for EnderSword.
No, I'll definitely agree that it was a rough game. EnderSword, I've seen him do very well in tournaments. He did well. I think he finished in the top 8 for Season 1 ASL. And this is a painful way to go for GosuPizza Week, but there's so many medevacs now, I don't really see...
They will constantly be healing. That this Bioforce is about 2 times more powerful in a way, because even though it looks small, it's got all those medevacs behind it.
Yeah, good force fields. He killed the Marauders. Was able to force field those off. But just not enough units, not enough, and there is the GG. Videoboy will advance to the round of 8.
Yeah, that was.